Good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Well, are we ready for some word today? Let's turn our Bibles to the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Paul says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs and don't forget to thank Him for His answers. God is always going to answer you when you pray, folks. But here Paul is telling us, I want you to turn your worries into prayers. Well, how do we do that? How do we turn our worries into prayer? So often worry consumes us. It doesn't even allow us the freedom to even consider anything other than what you feel in the moment. And he's telling us, put the brakes, stop, trust in God. Look for what God's going to do rather than what you want to do in the moment, because so often all we do is make things worse. I had a situation with a close relative recently, and for years, he has just been consumed with making money. Didn't care about anyone but himself, just wanting to be successful in his own way. And again, had not many friends, always looking to make a buck, scheming, always trying to do things in his own way. And again, he was a miserable person. It was hard to get along with this individual because of his demeanor, because of his attitude. And so often, because worry consumes you in such a way that you could only see what you need to do in that moment. And recently he lost his job, not only his job, his business. And that was probably the best thing that could ever happen to him, because he just didn't care about anyone other than himself. And now that he's in a position that he is in need, he made him a little more vulnerable to be open to receive what God has for him. And so in discussing this with him, he's recently got saved and seeking the Lord, thanking God. I mean, you can see the change in him, the peace of what he has right now. And it's amazing to be able to have a conversation with him and listening to him quote scripture and being able to talk about what God is doing and how to trust God. And he's richer now than he was when he had his own business. He's freer now more than when he had his own business than he could ever be. So I want to trust you. Oh man, I don't want to do